Hello again, and welcome to the module intro and tips video. So I thought I would have this little navigation video, and it's going to be very short in comparison to the syllabus page. So that way you could have a somewhat understanding of how to navigate Blackboard. So by now you should have gotten through the Get Started here. You should have gone to the course syllabus little link, and then now to the weekly modules link where you find this video here. And right now I just have this as a place marker where the video will be. And then if you scroll down, you should be able to see the week 1 link that has a section directly cut and pasted or copied from the actual syllabus schedule, where you can see what is all going on for week 1. So you have that, and you'll see nothing else here. And in a second, I'll show you the teacher mode. But right now I'm in student mode. And what ends up happening every Sunday, I think I have it set to Sunday at 1 a.m., the beginning of each week, it'll automatically populate. And so for whatever reason, if it doesn't, please send me an email, let me know, and maybe I accidentally put a different date, or I put PM instead of AM, or something that needs to be corrected in order for you guys to see it. So that being said, for the most part, every week it should automatically populate all the way up to week 16. And if you click on this week 1 sort of link, it'll take you to the actual module. So let's try that here. And it will greet you with week 1. It kind of discusses what to expect, what this course will begin with, right? And then on the upper right hand of this section, right hand corner of the section, you'll see how many pages it will be. Now for week 1, I have 5 pages. The next week I might have a little less or a little more. And you just literally scroll through each of the sections and it'll take you through that week. So of course, I had mentioned in my syllabus quiz, or excuse me, my syllabus introduction about the syllabus quiz. So all you do is click launch and it will take you to that in order to complete this little mini quiz. Of course, again, you have 3 chances to go in and try to get 100%. So I would suggest, highly recommend that if you didn't get 100% the first time, go back in and retake it for a total of 3 times. And then by then, sorry, no more chances. But you should be able to get it by the second chance. If you keep on going, you'll see the discussion board here. Again, you click launch and it'll take you to the discussion board section where you can do an initial post and then be sure to respond to at least 2 other classmates in order to introduce yourself and get to know other people. You'll see that as it begins to populate, my initial post won't be at the top. So just make sure to look for intro from Dr. Palacios, and then you'll see sort of my message to you all. If you keep on going, page 4 of 5 will direct you to some reading. So I know that the first week, everyone's still trying to figure out what the books are and going to the bookstore and so on and so forth. So you have essentially 1 week to get your book, but make sure to get it by the beginning of next week, because we will start diving into Gonzalez's book, which is the Mexicanos book, chapter 1, and there will be an assignment linked to that next week. So make sure to get that book. But for now, just read Jose Angel Gutierrez's article. It's very short, and then skim Plan de Santa Barbara and have an understanding for why this is important. This week, I don't have a homework notes assignment like I normally do. I thought, I have already 3 little tasks for you all, and next week we'll get started. But probably the end of the week, once I do a wrap-up video, or maybe the beginning of next week, I will touch on some of these readings here. And then don't forget, again, this is where you can access the virtual discussion by clicking here. I would have showed you, but since I'm using Zoom now, I don't want to mess up this recording, but click on it. Feel free to play around to see if it connects nicely onto your media device, so that way on Friday you can just click on it and then you don't have any hiccups or anything like that. Make sure to also schedule your appointment time. And so if you click here, it'll take you to a Google Doc, which I have here, and essentially choose a time slot, write your name here, and then add any questions or anything. And so on Friday, what I will do is, starting at 8:30 or a little bit before, I will log on, and then I'll see, okay, I have, X amount of people that I should expect on this Zoom video, this video chat. And then if there's any questions related to that section, I will address them there. And so don't worry if you want me to address something that you see some other person or another group had added on to that section. Feel free to copy and paste and add it to your time slot, so that way it can address it. And so don't worry if I repeat myself several times, that's totally fine. So make sure to do that. And that's pretty much it. Go back to the weekly modules and you'll see this, right? And again, as the weeks progress, it'll automatically populate for you. And I'll show you real quick what I mean. So this is sort of the teacher mode. And so this is what I've been working on behind the scenes, all of the different weeks. And it'll tell me, okay, when it's available for that particular week and those modules. So I'll go back to student mode here. One other thing that I want to direct your attention to, actually two other things. One of them is the assignment section. So the assignment section here will have this sort of assignments view at a glance for you to look at, just in case you want to have a quick snapshot of all of the assignments that are due, with the exception of the homework notes. I just put ongoing, so you don't really have all the specific dates. But here, as our semester progresses, you'll start to see a link to the little assignments as well. So this is another place where you can find all the assignments at a glance. And again, as it begins to populate, it'll be available there for you to take a look at. And then the second thing I wanted to direct your attention to is this messages section. In this messages, if you ever need to send an email, you can create messages here and connect to your classmates and send any individual messages to particular people or to myself. Again, this course messages goes to my district email, right? So it goes from Blackboard to my district email, and then anything that goes to my district email, it gets forwarded to my Gmail. So don't worry if you send a message through here or send a message directly to my district email or to my Gmail, it all goes to the same place. So there's various ways of getting in contact and getting to me. All right, so with that, enjoy the rest of your modules, and we'll see you at the end of the week.